Download the WMAR Tuner News app. Search WMAR in your app store.
1,315 days straight burpees.
So a handful of things that we felt like were being done wrong in the industry. And I said, not only can we change them, but we can do 180 degrees in the other direction. You know, it's pretty common in this industry. The contractor will ask for a large deposit. We're not going to take a deposit. We're going to do the entire job under 100% satisfaction guarantee, and we're not going to take a penny until the job is completely done. It's raised the level of customer service.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Fix store.
Seven.
I have Planet Fitness.
And then she was good.
Eight.
Any pain, anywhere. Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off.
10.
It's like, oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Driving through
11.
3 hours of food at the Good Fix store.
How do we get over 1,000 5-star reviews? By aggressively fighting for the rights of our clients. The insurance companies, they hire
13.
the hospitals, they hire attorneys. Don't you think you should as well? We will make
14.
sure you get the compensation that you deserve. No recovery, no fee. Let the experienced attorney
15.
pay you involved in. Take the stress out of an already stressful situation and take the fight to the
16.
insurance companies for you. 443, get paid. 443, get paid.
60.
No application fee if you apply by August 29th at University of Maryland Global Campus, offering online and hybrid courses and lifetime career services. Learn about our more than 135 degrees and certificates at umgc.edu.
60.
Good morning, America. Breaking overnight, a landslide in Alaska turning deadly. Evacuation orders in place at this hour.
Possible cyber attack at one of the nation's busiest airports.
17.
The ripple effect for travelers. And the question this morning, what were the hackers really after?
18.
Mosquito emergency? The West Nile warning now in more than 30 states. The areas at high risk and how you can protect yourself and your family.
Under arrest, the founder of popular messaging app Telegram, used by nearly 1 billion people, arrested in France, now behind bars. Now his arrest is igniting a debate over free speech.
Stuck in space, the American astronaut stranded on the International Space Station for another 6 months until 2025.
24.
The latest on the mission to bring them home.
Man versus shark. Fishermen battling a shark over big tuna they were reeling in.
Outrage at the U.S. Open? The men's world #1 player cleared to head to the court despite testing positive twice for a banned steroid. This as American defending U.S. Open champ Coco Gauff gets set to defend her title.
From New York to Hollywood.
Good morning. Good morning, America.
Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, and the whole Only Murders gang is back for a new season.
And Superman on the silver screen like you've never seen him before.
And then she said,
25.
the words to save her life.
Christopher Reeve, the hero on screen and off.
26.
The first look only on GMA. Plus, the heroes of the Liberty World
27.
Series getting Florida their first championship ever. Hurricane
28.
Reeve off-right. Live in Times Square. This is Good Morning America. And Good Morning America. So great to have you with us, and great to be here with Gio and WABC Sade Batter-and-Moi.
31.
Powerhouse station here, trading the late nights for the early mornings today.
Very, very early.
32.
Here ready to
Two
go.
of them, two of them. You're ready to go. All right, we get
New York City's hated news, I have to say. It's so good to have you here, my friend. And something that we are all looking forward to here, the U.S. Open. Lara is there live this morning. Look at her go right there. Excited to get her in just a few minutes.
But first here, we begin with a devastating landslide that happened overnight. Evacuation orders in place after a landslide turned deadly with multiple homes and roadways damaged. Ginger has the latest for us. Ginger, good morning.
Wait, good morning and good morning to everyone. At least one person has been killed, 3 people injured, and there are roads taken out. You can see power lines that was taken out, so power cut for some of the area. We've got a few images coming in, but it's going to take time. This is Ketchikan, so this is the southern part, very southern part on an island there. The mountains are about 3,000 feet. You still have evacuation orders in place because they're concerned about another slide just south of the original one. Why? It's been raining a lot over the weekend. 2.5 inches at the kind of base and 5 to 9 inches up top. There's some 20 inches below average for the year, even with what they got over the weekend. So you have dry, then it gets really wet really fast. You had wind gusts up to 37 miles per hour, and that'll do it. Then I want to just show you, we get a little break tomorrow from the rain, because it's still raining today, but another stream of storms come in Wednesday into Thursday. So we're concerned, Gio, that a lot of that loose area is going to be able to slide pretty easily.
All right, very concerning. I know you're going to watch that, Ginger. Thank you so much. We're going to turn now to a possible cyber attack at one of the nation's busiest airports, Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Even the Port of Seattle was hit. That's one of the largest ports in the country. Stephanie Ramos joins us now with what we know right now. Good morning, Stephanie.
Gio, good morning. Authorities are still working to get systems back online and trying to figure out who is behind this possible cyber attack at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. The outage began Saturday, and thousands of travelers have been impacted. Officials said they don't know what the cyber attackers were after and do not believe any critical passenger information will be leaked. This is, of course, a major test ahead of what will likely be a record-breaking Labor Day travel week. TSA expecting to screen more than 17 million passengers between this Thursday and next Wednesday, up 8.5% from last year. As for this cyber attack in Seattle, still no word on when systems will return to normal. Their phone and baggage systems were also impacted by the way. Alaska Airlines telling its passengers to take flight, avoid checking the bag if possible, and also arrive early. Now, the Port of Seattle and a handful of federal agencies are investigating, also impacted by the cyber outage, the Port of Seattle. Their website and their phone services are still down. Gio.
All right, Stephanie, thank goodness this was caught early, but it's critical that we find out exactly what happened here because this cannot happen at U.S. airports. Should
Overseas now, Russia launching a nationwide attack across Ukraine, one of the largest of the war. Ian Panel joins us now with details. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Shadek. You know, ever since Ukraine launched its ground incursion into Russia about 3 weeks ago now, we've kind of been expecting a strong response from the Kremlin. But it looks like it's happening, and it's happening right now, even as we speak. A massive nationwide attack underway across Ukraine. President Zelensky saying it's one of the biggest of the 2.5-year-long war. Russia apparently firing around 100 drones and more than 100 missiles. Those numbers kind of keep changing a bit. Many attacking, though, Ukraine's already bomb-damaged power and water plants.
50.
In Kyiv, residents taking shelter underground, other places too. Air defences shooting down many of the missiles and drones. As you know, I just returned from Ukraine.
52.
What you hear a lot is frustration about the limits imposed by the White House and others on what Ukraine can do with a long-range weapon to fight against that it's actually been given, saying it can't properly respond to these kind of attacks by Russia. President Zelensky calling Vladimir Putin sick, saying it's unfair, it's unjust, that essentially it's limited in what it can do, and yet what Russia can operate with impunity. One other concern, the winter months are ahead. Rolling blackouts already across most of the country. There's some real concerns about whether people will be even able to heat their own homes and cook.
Another concern in all of this. All right, Ian Cannon for us. Thank you. Now to the rising tensions in the Middle East. Israel striking dozens of targets in Lebanon as Hezbollah launched a barrage of rockets in one of the largest exchanges since the war began in Gaza. Meanwhile, ceasefire talks are expected to start up again, but the sides remain far apart. Our foreign correspondent, Rick Clement, joins us now with more from Tel Aviv. Rick, good morning.
Good morning. With U.S. aircraft carriers remaining in the region to prevent an all-out war, while IDF operations in Gaza forcing tens of thousands to flee.
This morning, with ceasefire talks on the verge of collapse again, Israeli forces issuing new evacuation orders through a 15-square-mile humanitarian zone in Gaza. An explosion near Al-Aqsa Hospital causing havoc.
People fleeing the facility, the only functioning hospital in central Gaza, in panic. The fighting closing in on Deir al-Balah, where Gaza mother Arwa Naif is facing a sixth move in 2 months.
People on the ground, we are not among the calculations of any of these options. The lives of people here are
64.
As the IDF expands its offensive in Gaza, over the weekend, Israel launching what they say were preemptive strikes from southern Lebanon after detecting plans of an attack on Israeli soil. Lebanese health officials saying 3 died and 2 were injured. Hezbollah forces in Lebanon firing at least 340 rockets into northern Israel. Israel saying 1 IDF soldier died after being hit by fragments from an Iron Dome interceptor. 2 other soldiers injured. The IDF says most of the intended targets were in the north with others in central Israel. Among those, a complex of intelligence bases just north of Tel Aviv.
Most of their missiles and drones and rockets were destroyed on the ground. Likely from really good intelligence.
Tensions between Israel and Hezbollah might be relatively stable for now, but leaders on both sides have signaled they won't back down.
Good Planet, thank you. Let's bring in our Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz. And Martha, these escalations could have major implications for the U.S. presence in the region.
Exactly. With the U.S. military has had a very visible, very robust presence in the region with 2 carrier battle groups. That means aircraft carriers with supporting combat ships and fighter jets. And this morning, the Pentagon making clear those ships will stay in the region. The Pentagon has also announced publicly that we had a guided missile submarine in the waters within firing range of Lebanon and Iran. It is very rare for the U.S. to make such an announcement, but these warships are seen as not only a security backup for Israel, but as a deterrent. And while this morning it looks like a wider war has been averted, Iran itself has still not retaliated for the assassination of a senior Hamas leader visiting Tehran last month. That seems to be put on hold as Iran decides exactly how to respond, given they have new leadership, and they also worry about the implications of a wider war, given U.S. dominance. Gio?
Tensions are very high in the region. All right, Marco, thank you for your reporting. And we're going to turn now to the race for the White House as the Trump team packs its schedule this week with events in battleground states and Vice President Harris enjoying a post-convention boost along with healthy war chest, raising more than $500 million in just over a month. Selena Wang is at the White House now with the latest. Good morning, Selena.
83. Good morning, Gio. In just over a month, Vice President Harris has completely into this election. She's gaining ground over Donald Trump in the polls and in her fundraising. To counter her rise, Donald Trump is stepping up his campaign and blitzing through battleground states this week. This morning, Donald Trump preparing to storm the battleground states that will decide this election. The former president struggling to define his opponent, rallying supporters later today in Michigan before hitting Wisconsin and Pennsylvania later this week, hoping his new endorsement for independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will give him a boost, with Vice President Harris erasing his lead in the polls.
He has a lot of votes.
91.
I think he's going to have a huge influence.
The former Democrat now suspending his campaign that was in part fueled by conspiracy theories around vaccines and COVID.
We talked about, not about the things that separate us because we don't agree on everything, but on the values and the issues that bind us together.
Trump ramping up his campaigning to counter Harris's rise. Her campaign reporting they've raised more than $500 million in just over a month, with the most donations pouring in the hour after her acceptance speech at the Democratic National Convention on Thursday night. Harris striking a moderate tone, trying to appeal to independents.
I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny,
92.
I know where I stand and I know where the United States belongs.
93.
As part of his new offensive, Trump tried to strike a new tone on one of his biggest vulnerabilities, abortion. Writing over the weekend that his administration would be great for women and their reproductive rights. This after months of boasting that his pitch to the Supreme Court helped overturn Roe v. Wade. His running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, now committing that Trump would not sign a federal abortion ban, something Trump has repeatedly waffled on.
Would he veto it?
I think you'd be very clear if you're not supporting that. I mean,
Would he
and then
veto it?
yeah, I mean, if you're not supporting it as the President of the United States, you
100.
veto it.
Veto federal abortion.
100.
I think you would.
In response, the Harris campaign says the women of America cannot trust what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance say because they've already seen what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have done. Trump
Last 20.
women's freedoms in all 50 states by overturning Roe. Harris is also getting back on the trail this week with a bus tour through battleground Georgia, but she's also focused on debate preparation and
Last 20 on 3.
face off with Donald Trump on ABC News on September 10th. Sade?
Okay, Selena, thank you. Now to the West Nile warning. Nearly 3 dozen states reporting activity of the mosquito-borne virus as Dr. Anthony Fauci recovers after contracting it. Ariel Reshef is here now with
3.
Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Sade. There have been several reported cases of West Nile virus
4.
here in New York City so far. Authorities will be out spraying the city tonight and tomorrow.
5.
With the mosquito population growing, health officials are warning to remain vigilant.
6.
This morning, several towns across the Northeast on alert. Some even closing
7.
outdoor public areas and issuing voluntary curfews to prevent the spread of potentially dangerous mosquito-borne illnesses. The country's well-known infectious disease
9.
expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is hospitalized after contracting West Nile virus. The
10.
83-year-old now home and expected to make a full recovery. The CDC said
11.
West Nile has been detected in more than 30 states. Experts warning rising temperatures and rainfall are boosting the mosquito population, leading to an increased risk for mosquito-borne infections.
Given the fact that the climate is getting warmer, more and more mosquitoes are outside, so we have to make sure that we're mindful of that.
Right now, in Massachusetts, public health officials declaring 8 communities, including Boston, at high risk for West Nile.
I'll do some bugs free if I do notice, and then I'll just zip myself.
Plymouth closing parks and fields at night
12.
through September.
And important to remember, West Nile cannot be spread person to
13.
person. Doctors say many who contract this illness may not ever even show symptoms, and severe
14.
cases are very rare. They can't be
Important information. Thank you, Ariel. We turn now to the U.S. Open, the world's best tennis players getting ready to take the court here in New York City, and with
60.
matches beginning today, there's growing turmoil surrounding the top men's singles player.
17.
The winner is at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens with more. Larry, good morning.
Good
18.
morning to you. And so last week, the #1 ranked player in the world, Yannick Sinner,
19.
was revealed to have tested positive for a banned substance. Now he's officially been
20.
cleared of any
That's
wrongdoing
right.
and is ready to play here at the U.S. Open. But many are left wondering if that was the right decision.